Yep, that's my name. Aww. I'm so sorry, look. The Wi-Fi sucks. Hi, my name is Abby Kai. I'm a transfer student to the Amazing Digital Academy. My parents moved to the countryside after a very tragic event that changed the course of their lives. After I said goodbye to all my old friends, my parents got my transcripts and packed up the car. Today's my first day at this new school. First day at Key High. Hope they don't return me. Hope they don't realize I'm straight. I glanced down at my class schedule. There should be English. Mr. Ganger, so where's the teacher? As I stepped into the room to let any other students that might be late to class, someone else hops into the room. The figure looks like a toy piece from a gaming set. Specifically, he looks like a king in chess. It takes me a moment to put the two together, but when I do, I almost groan at the pun. Surely his name can't really be. Hello, my name is Kinger. You must be pleased to meet me. Mr. Kinger extends a gloved hand, which I shake more out of instinct than out of a genuine sense of excitement. Good morning, students. On the docket today, we have a new student named. What's your name again? Hey everyone, I'm the VA guy. I look forward to learning with you all, and I hope we can all be friends. I'm that VA guy. Don't mess with me, and it'll be good. I'm that VA guy. I'm always down for a good time. We're gonna be honest. Radio, go on and take an open seat. That VA guy. So stop by. One of the other students up. Oracle Rabbit seems to grin at this. Episode 9 spoilers. He's gone now. I take a moment to think of who to sit by. I take a seat next to the girl in a colorful hat and a sailor uniform that might be gay. I take a sit next to the shy-looking girl with a comedy mask and a ribbon body that loves fan fiction. I sit next to the mismatched figure with a bored look on their face, that always says angry, inky. I sit next to the chibi-looking ragdoll in front of the class that apparently has repressed lesbian aura. I know it. I freaking knew it. Anyways, I sit down with the mysterious-looking purple rabbit with trust issues. I sit down at the teacher's chair. I take my seat next to the ribbon girl in a blue skirt and vest. RAGATHA. She's paying such close attention to the lecture. I hesitate to introduce myself, not wanting to disrupt her. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, sorry. To my surprise, she takes the initiative once Mr. Kinger pauses to write some English letters on the board. a friendly smile on her face. Hey, new stuff. My name is RAGATHA. I'm the class representative, so you can talk to me if there's anything you need, like an extra pencil, or dealing with Jax if he gives you a hard time at anything at all. I can tell she's trying very hard to make me feel comfortable and feel like a part of the class as a transfer student. I appreciate the effort. Well, that's not very nice, Raggy. Bad-mouthing me to the new kid. Based on the grin on the purple rabbit's face, this must be the Jax that Ragatha is talking about. Jax! She cries out, exasperated, however you pronounce that. Don't sneak up on me like that. Listen, newbie, if you want to be the perfect straight-A student, you can trust Ragatha to make that happen. Well, thanks, Jax. That's oddly nice of you. But you're gonna bore everyone to tears if nobody's gonna want to hang out with you, says the purple bunny with trust issues, and everyone hates him. His grin fades to an obstinative, however you pronounce that, smirk as he continues. Now, if you want to have real fun, be cool, and be loved by everyone, I'm the guy to talk to. Loki Ragatha's face is like, I'm done with this. I'm gonna real quick take a picture. And I can find him interest. Ragatha frown grows deeper as Jax keeps talking, interrupting him with her own rebuttal. I don't think that VA kind wants to go around pulling pranks on everyone, and I really don't think. Jax interrupts her again. These two must have some sort of history, leaping into any gap in one another's argument to berate one another. Yeah, I bet the new kid wants to spend all day reading textbooks. Good one, Ragatha. Jax offers a humorless laugh as he mocks her to her face. Well, that's better than being a jerk all the time. I don't know why I did that. The two keep interrupting and talking over one another. Now has nobody noticed the escalating argument in the front of the classroom? Eventually, whatever you pronounce that, however you do it. I'm the only one who wants to end this argument. Can you all shut up? I can enjoy a good prank, Jax. What's wrong with being a good student? Yeah, what's wrong with being a good student, guys? Not gonna lie, I think I got like some A's or B's on my report card this year. Or C's, I don't know. And like my lowest subject was math. Ragatha smiles a friendly smile, turning to me with a look of genuine gratitude before turning to the face Jax again. Okay, I don't know. But I think I might actually be good at math now. I don't know. See, Jax, people like that VA kind want to focus on their academics. Yeah, because I freaking just want all straight A's. IRL. Jax rolls his eyes and walks away. If he's bothered about losing the argument, he hides it well. I wonder why he has trust issues. Ragatha leans over to me. We know you're gay. If you want, I can give you a tour of the school during our lunch break. She pauses for a moment. Only if you want to. I totally get wanting to be left alone on your lunch break. I never want to be alone. Friggin', why can my friends come over? Well, she may not be the most assertive member of our class, but I can tell her smile and positivity are genuine. A part of me is excited to start our class tour. Another part of me worries that if I tell Ragatha that her darting on me might start to smother me. I was just settling into my desk and getting used to this place when something bursts into the room. Principal Kane, how excited to have you in our class today. The new figure turned to address so that as at his side was a bubble with razor-sharp teeth. I don't think I'll ever get used to this school. This reminds me of Arnold from friggin' the Magic School Bus. He's always like, I should have stayed home today. And he never does. Junior class, how do you do? I'm trying my best over here, guys. Principal Kane extends a hand gesturing to us all before freezing in place. I don't know why I'm talking like that, but whatever. With a sound like porcelain grinding against porcelain, his teeth slam shut. His eyes slowly... Wait, did you see that glitch? Sin, come back. His eyes slowly extrude from his teeth, like they're not solid objects. That VA guy, I wasn't expecting you here. Manic enthusiasm suffuses his voice as he points his cane at me. Maybe you'll be the secret ingredient to making this school interesting. He pauses a moment, rubbing the base of his chin in contemplation for a moment. A cane with 5 fingers does not look okay. It looks cursed. But I look-y like his design. To the creator. Is there a reason you're here, Kane? Zubul speaks to him like they're addressing an annoying insect instead of the principal of the school. You know what? Justice for Kane. Kane perks up. That's right. The reason I'm here, to make sure we all have an enriching academy experience. One filled with fun, danger, adventure. He begins to list more and more descriptors, increasing his breakneck speed until I can't even hear what he's saying. Alright, I'm gonna try to do you like adventure? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it. Until he actually pulls out angel food cake, what? And then the friggin' bubble eats it. But most of all, interesting to our studio audience. I'm trying with the impressions, by the way, guys. He turns toward the window and stares out of it for a moment. The future is nice today, guys. Is he addressing somebody? There doesn't appear to be anyone outside. However, the numbers are in students, and it turns out school dramas are just white noise. Normally, this is the time I'd tell you all that means the end of school life as we know it. Kane bites on his hands in mock horror. The class and King are play along, gasping. Gasp! At this revolution, Gangle looks ready to burst into tears. I don't know. However, my sweet tooth students, your benevolent principal has found a way to bring public interest back to the school in a major way. At this point, the sharp-toothed bubble next to him pipes up. How are you bringing interest back to the school, Mr. President? King shoots the bubble a confused look, but hits his stride a moment later. By the way, I can actually read kind of fast. I'm just doing that to be annoying. You see, my little Tomar Emeralds, what's one thing no academy has around here has ever had? A cast of colorful characters. A competent principal. Adequate funding? Kane shakes his head. Wrong, and surprisingly right, but not relevant to what I'm talking about. No, school around here. No school around here has had a culture festival celebrating the unique talents of its students. So I, being your benevolent principal, have decided to put your class in charge of throwing the best cultural festival this side of the Pacific Ocean. If it's just a festival, it's actually a literature club. Welcome to our meeting. Are you intriguing? No need for being coy. You'll improve your uptake. Have freaking cupcake. And must you bring a boy? Make it flashy. We gotta keep the interest of our investors after all. You go out baking or bear making and walk home alone today. Maybe we're friends. I know I skipped some lines, but I don't care. How can we love a simple girl next door? I'm just not the type he's looking for. Hey, say you're doing okay. I'm having a difficult day. I say you seem pretty lonely. I wish I could make her grin or she wants aren't things back the way they've been. She's depressed and stressed and she's feeling blue. So I don't want to say you're alright hanging around you. Just Marco. Alright. Hey gods, I'm almost late for my deep tissue massage. Alright, I'll leave you the list of everybody's responsibilities. You all have 5 days. Break a leg or two on that Mexican field. No. As abruptly as he appeared, Kane darts out of the room, disappearing from view as he heads to his appointment. Thing must be important. Alright, class, let's see what rules Kane assigned to each of you for the cultural festival. Keener lifts a paper from his desk and begins to read out loud. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Because I can. RAGATHA, as the class representative, I trust you to organize the other students and make sure the festival proceeds with no issues. You can count on me. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3. Oh no. Zubard and Gangle, you two will work on the art to promote the festival. We have a pretty big school here, so we'll need plenty of posters and some art to display during the festival. I don't know. I still don't have anything I'm comfortable showing everyone else. Dot, dot, dot. Zubo's the imposter. Pomni and Jax, look up what a culture festival is. Shouldn't we do that before we start making posters? No, I like the idea. Plus, we get to see what Gangle comes up for posters. If it's anything like she comes up for with when she draws RAGATHA. I'm Jax, but if he stutters sometimes. I don't know. Jax! Jax! I don't know why he stutters sometimes. Gangle interrupts Jax before he can finish his thought, pleading him to stay quiet. Like I said, in my mind, she's on that yaoi, Yuri, and like I said out loud, on that fanfiction. The class erupts into chaos as Zubo and Gangle argue with Jax. Pomni tries to find out what cultural festival is, and RAGATHA tries to salvage what remains of class and get her classmates to pay attention. For his part, Mr. Keener seems content to let the students bicker amongst themselves. Maybe he didn't have the rest of his lesson planned out, was just waiting out the lunch bell. Daisy bell. As if I had summoned it by thinking of it, the lunch bell sounds. Everyone drops their arguments and flies out of the classroom. Time to find out what I'm doing for lunch. Me personally, I always bring my lunch. After my chaotic first half of the day, I had worked up quite the appetite. The cafeteria was bustling with unfamiliar faces around me. There was another selection of places to buy lunch. None of them stood out from one another. Do I sound like Deku? I pick up something to eat at the nearest food place and set about deciding where to sit down. Still, as I scan the bustling lunchroom, I don't recognize anyone from class. Seriously, I think RAGATHA wanted to give me a tour of the school. I guess I could just take my lunch back to the classroom. I sat alone. There's nobody I felt practically close to. Emo. Well, I'm personally going this one. But seriously, is my twinkly toe stars. Do I sound like Deku? Like, I grab a I grab a sandwich from the lunch line and look around for RAGATHA. I'm only doing it like no. There aren't gonna be bloopers. The bloopers are going to be in the video because I ain't recording this a second time. She did want to give me a tour, right? No, I should be like Markiplier and freaking just like save constantly. Oh, that VA guy. Sorry for. Let's get started then. Sorry, guys, it cut out, so I don't know. She starts by leading me to the stairs in the middle of the school. This is the main stairwell. Our homeroom is upstairs, so you'd need to know where this is to get to class. She gives me a friendly smile before realization strikes her. But you probably already knew that because our class is on the 3rd floor, and you would have had to take the stairs up to get there. She sighs but regains her composure quickly, putting on a slightly less cheery smile as she takes my hand. She walks to the left, oh girl, taking us back to the lunchroom. This is the lunchroom where you can grab a bite too. She cuts herself off, eyeing the sandwich that I'm still eating. Wait a second. She puts her palm to her face. You just met me in the lunchroom. Right, the size. So you already been here too, huh? She goes nervously, putting on an even weaker figure smile. That reminds me of that one audio that goes, Deku, show us your real smile. And it's like the smile he always does. And it's like, wait, that's your that's your smile you always use. So that must mean Deku doesn't have a real smile? Fake smile, black thingy with tears driving down it. She grabs my wrist with gusto, pulling me along with so much zeal that I feel like she's going to tug it out of the socket. I wince as she pulls me toward the next location. Girl, I can at least show you to our homeroom. Girl, we head back outside the lunchroom, and we are halfway up this stairwell when Ragatha realizes that I was in the same class as her this morning. Sorry, I've seen this too. Yeah, guys, I have a Chipotle gift card, by the way. And you don't. It's $15, by the way. Ugh, I'm sorry, that VA kite. She pulls at her red, strangely licorice-like hair. Okay, me and my friend have agreed. Oh, one of my friends that doesn't really pay attention to me, said that her hair looks like licorice and wants to eat it. And I was like, yeah. And he said, it low-key also looks like Twisters. And she was like, that's what I'm talking about. Anyways, yeah. You just wasted your entire lunch period taking around places you already saw at the school. Girl, you ate no lunch. I offer a apologetic, shy smile that's fake, obviously, because I'm Deku. Well, start watching My Hero Academia. Well, kinda, I guess. Dang! You're like MC from freaking DDLC. She sighs again, slumping forward. You must be pretty annoyed with me, huh? She says, not looking me in the eye. Yeah, I didn't even get to rest on my lunch break. The whole tour was a stupid waste of time. It's okay. I know you meant well. I would be like, yeah, I didn't even get to rest on my freaking lunch break, dude. But it's okay, Ragatha. You just need therapy. She clearly meant well. I don't see any reason to put her down. Ragatha perks right back up, as if all of her mistakes are undone by my forgiveness. No, I don't want to freaking save. Return. I don't want to freaking save. Oh, well, if you're having a good time, maybe I can continue the tour and excuse you from afternoon classes? Oh, hell yeah, Ragatha. We stopped by the principal's office. Oh, I'm wiping sweat, guys. I'm so nervous. Kane is leaning against the door, bubbles coming out of his pipe. Hey, wait, isn't it a violation of the code of conduct to smoke a pipe on school grounds? Technically, he's blowing bubbles, so he's not smoking. Ragatha, that VA Kai. What do I owe the pleasure to? Hey, Kane, I was giving that VA Kai a tour of the school, but I wasn't able to give them a full tour during lunch. Can they be excused from afternoon classes so I can show them the other places in the school? Kane stops a moment, then nods. I don't see why not. Now go along, my scrumptious little scholars, and take in the glorious work that is my academy. I'm gonna start calling you guys that. My scrumptious little scholars. Sorry I said it like that. Ragatha turns to me, taking my hand in hers. Friendship. Let's not waste any time, that VA Kai. Next stop, the library. Whoa, it's so bland. We visit the library. Now upon the row of bookshelves crowd this room. Pomni is soaring through a massive pile of books. Dry mulcher, migration habits of vultures. Guess she's still trying to find a book on cultural festivals. We leave her to it. Why won't you help her? Ragatha, we also have an art class. Oh, hell yeah, Zubul was here. They played tic-tac-toe without me? I'm going to murder them. As we walk into the art classroom, Zubul and Gangle are working away, designing posters for the school. Low-key here. I peek over Gangle's shoulder. She's drawing Pomni with generous proportions. Gangle sees me and throws herself over her art. That's me when I'm drawing shipping art, dude. I don't want you to see my shipping art. Don't look at that VA Kai. Don't look at that VA Kai. Zubul turns over to me and glares. She's not done with it yet. Don't you know how impolite it is to look at art before it's done? Or Zubul is CEO and Gangle is YN. Not gonna lie. I was just curious. Ragatha takes my wrist and begins to usher me out. Yeah. Wait, is that Usher? Yeah. DJ Khaled is another one. Sorry, guys. Making, like, for real, do I sound like Dago? Sometimes. She closes the door behind her and catches her breath. You suck, that VA guy. Alright, time to show you my favorite spot on campus. We walk for several minutes. She leads me down the staircase all the way outside. It's softball, ladies and gentlemen. I see a large patch of dirt in the shape of a diamond, surrounded by a chain link fence. It's Daddy. This is the softball field. Do you play? I low-key want to learn. My mom played it. That was apparently the right question to ask. Ragatha's smiles widen. Gender flux. I low-key can sometimes sound like Stefan from Strand High School from Alpha Sisters. Yep, sometimes I get the other guys out here, but Kane actually has a pitching machine. So sometimes I just go out here to let out stress. Frick you, Jax. You should die, Jax. I have mommy issues. If you ever want to join me, let me know. I filed the information away for later. In the distance, the bell to dismiss. Evening class rings. Now I'll walk us back to the locker so you can pack up and head out for today. I guess that's the end of our tour for today. Time to head out. I walk to my locker and turn the combination as I put my books away and get ready to head out for the day. My mind drifts to the day's events. I wonder if someone will ask me to walk back with them. So romantic, guys. As I gather my things, a familiar ragdoll comes up to me. Hey, that be a guy. You getting ready to head back for the day? Yep. I can low-key sometimes sound like a man, guys. Ragatha looks up around a bit, seemingly working up the courage to ask something. You gay? You know, if you want to, I can walk you back today. How does that sound? You just wind your arm back? Sure thing. Oh, awesome sauce. She beams. Ragatha and I make our way to the front doors of the school. Dandy's World Halloween, no new characters are coming. Hey, that VA guy. She looks at me as if she just remembers something very important. This is your first night here, right? Sure. I mean, it's technically my first day here, but the sun has barely begun to set. So I don't know why she's saying first night. Because you're spending a night shift here. 5 nights at school. I'll show you to the dorms then. She gives a polite smile. I hate to let her down, but actually, Ragatha, my parents are picking me up today. Ragatha gives a confused look. Are you sure about that VA guy? I think I am. Not sure why she's questioning that. But she asks me the question. I try to remember what my parents said about picking me up today. I began to discover worrying gaps in my memories. Did my mom or dad drop me off? Did both of them? Did I drop myself off? Did the cats drop myself off? Fun fact about me, I have 2 cats. Was it someone else? Sorry. What does the car that I was dropped off in look like? What do my parents look like? I began to hyperventilate. As I realized, if it weren't for seeing my own reflection in a mirror when I was washing my face in the bathroom this morning, I wouldn't even remember what I looked like. I either hyperventilate more, like scared from inside out. What's happening to me? In the corner of my eyes, abstract patterns began to fade in and out of existence. Okay, I swear to God, sometimes I am about abstract. It's okay that VA guy. Everyone goes through this on their first day. They're here. Gender flux. For some reason, my regular impression sounded a little bit like my Stefan impression. My breath began to steady. The abstract patterns fade. Things start to feel, well, normal definitely isn't the word, but at least a little more okay. They do? Yet this weird thing, nobody really knows how it works. Most of us can't even remember our own names. Turns out it's just our brain scans. Well, at least I managed to remember my name. Joke's on y'all, I'm better than you. I'm an icon. Con. Unless somebody else made that up for me? No, that's ridiculous. Honestly, I haven't seen anyone ever leave campus. Unless it was to go to a war or something like that, like Cheese Touch War or something like that. So we just go inside and sleep on the floor of our homeroom? Ragatha laughs. No, Candy built us a set of dorms to stay in, she says, offering a hand. Something to give us a break from the old ring-a-mole of going from class to class. I take her hand. I'll lead you there, don't worry. Ragatha smiles gently as she leads me by my hand to a building nearby. Just by glancing at the doors, I can tell who stays here. Where? The vibrant red and blue door has to be Mommy's room. Another door, sleek with geometric shapes all over it. That has to be where Zubul stays. Gangle and Zubul and Kangaroo too. Ragatha Jackson, there's cough. Pomni woohoo, day after day after day after day. It's the sun and the moon and we don't know why. Editing me, please put like that video of them abstracting all together. And then the freaking Goofy Owl King comes up and be just like, no, they abstracted. I could pick Jax's door out of a crowd. It's darker than the others and crisscrossed with black and yellow striped caution tape. Ragatha stops at a ranch-style door before proceeding. This is my room, that VA guy. She smiles. I'm the class representative and class assistant here. Student assistant here. Dang, they're giving her everything. So if you have any trouble with any of your dorm mates or need anything for your room, I'm your gal. I need happiness. She gives a jovial swing of her arms, sliding her door open. Bless this mess. Bless this mess. The inside is adorned with dollies. A thick blue duvet covers her bed, and I think I even see a tea set on her white dresser. 'Cause she's British. I'm sorry. My door's always open. As we stand there, Jax walks by. He gives Ragatha a wicked grunt. Or it would be if I could trust Jax not to put a centipede in my room. Loki, I agree with Ragatha. I'm scared of centipedes too. Jax gives her an offended look. Come on, Ragatha, bringing the RA. I can't believe you think so little of me. He says, barely hiding a sadistic grin. Ignore him. She pauses a moment. And if you don't want to wake up to a centipede in your room, don't let Jackson. She lets out a dark chuckle as he overhears her unlocking his door before stepping inside. She waits a few moments to make sure he's out of earshot before lowering her voice. But seriously, as long as you're not Jax, you're welcome to come visit me if you need to relax or talk to somebody, or just want to come to say hi. Jax, I don't know if... Not Jax. Ragatha, I don't know if you know this, but I have something called friends, and they're online friends. I don't know if you have ever heard of it. Now let's go find your room, new stuff. My name is that VA. You've been saying it this whole time. We walk side by side until we find a door that doesn't apparently belong to anyone else here. I'm gonna be right back, guys. I slide my school shoes, pajamas off, and look in the closet. A series of perfectly pressed school uniforms are here with a little tag on the sleeve of the nearest one. I take a closer look. Looks like Kane left me a note. Hi, that VA guy. This is Principal Kane. As a part of your stay at our lovely academy, you have been provided a set of uniforms free of charge. The price of your dorm was also included in your tuition payment. Boy, it's trash, buddy. Looks like you and Ragatha are off to a fantastic start. Good on you for befriending the valedictorian, class representative, and resident assistant. Ragatha has a lot of people she's almost friends with. But looks like you two might be building something genuine. Good luck. As I pull my uniform over my waggy watch, I glance down at it. I have a text from Ragatha. Are we still walking to school this morning? It takes no time for me to find her door. The Ragatha is already standing right there. It's a cold fall morning. Ready to walk to school with me, that VA guy? She takes my hand in hers as we begin to walk. She's surprisingly warm. I guess I thought she would be as cold as outside. I mean, she looks like a rag doll. Almost like she is, but she's as warm as a human. Did you sleep well last night? No, Ragatha. Yeah, I did. Thanks for asking. Your work safe. Yeah, I did. Thanks for asking. Still for tea later? I'm gonna use that voice for Gang Warrior Pony. Yeah, I think so. Great. Maybe this evening. I think there's still some in the student lounge. Student lounge? Well, I guess I haven't shown you that yet. Sorry. It's in the dorm building. I'll show you tonight. Because you're gay. I smile at Ragatha. She seems really eager to make plans. I remember Kane's note from this morning, mentioning she has a lot of almost friends. wonder if maybe she's just lonely. Well, let's get going before we end up late to class. She pulls me along, walking at a brisk pace as we head to the school entrance. So, how do you like the school so far? I shrug. Don't know. Haven't been here long enough to really form an opinion. She nods. Alright, well, I'm sure you'll come to love it here. I'm not so sure about that, but I guess it won't really feel like I'm talking to Agatha unless I was also dealing with the relentless optimism. She laughs nervously. Last time I was late, they locked the entrance. I had to wait outside for hours until someone noticed I wasn't in class. Then Kane had to unlock the doors for me. I give her a worried look. That's messed up. Nobody even noticed you were gone? Oh no, wait, she backpedals, crossing her arms. It was an honest mistake. As we step into the school, she turns to me. Alright, that VA guy. Quiz time. Do you remember where our homeroom is? How could I forget? I went there myself yesterday morning, and RAGATHA showed me on the tour. Out the main stairs and to the left, right? That's right, that VA guy. She smiles. Alright, I'm going to continue this to, some other day, but for now, goodbye. A plain oak door with my name on a brass nameplate. I couldn't come up with a more boring door if I tried to imagine one. RAGATHA turns toward me, noticing my disappointment. Disappointment. Hey, looks can be deceiving. Maybe it's really nice inside. I twist the handle and pull the door open. Oh, real quick, I would like to apologize. Sorry, if we're gonna just cut it off. But yeah. Also, plus this room, oh, it's atrocious. This room looks empty. Really empty. The walls are plain and unadored. A gray mattress sits on a cheap-looking wooden bed frame. Students of it. Alright. A duvet covered with the school's logo has been set upon atop the mattress, as well as a pair of plain white pillows. In the back corner, an aging wooden desk has been set up with a few sheets of paper, a set of number 2 pencils, and some ballpoint pens in blue and black. I would just be drawn with that crap, dude. Not even any pens, my favorite colors, green and red. Well, there's a lot of room to customize around the walls. She walks around the vast emptiness of my room, the plain walls making it seem even bigger and emptier than it is. Haha, yeah. I rub my hand across the back of my neck. Can we go back and hang out in your room for a bit? I really don't want to be alone here. Oh. I'm really sorry, that VA guy, but Kane doesn't want us in each other's rooms while the sun is down. She offers a apologetic smile. I know it's a silly rule, but he says that since this is supposed to be a family-friendly environment. He doesn't want us in each other's rooms at night. She backs out of my room, crossing her arms across her chest with a nervous giggle. I technically shouldn't even be in your room right now. The rest of our conversation continues with her standing in the hallway and me in my dorm. So that's it for today. Yeah, I mean, you know where school is, right? And you remember all the places I showed you? I nod. It's a lot to take in, but I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I got it from here, I guess. RAGATHA nods with a sweet smile. Good, that's good. We stand there. The conversation has definitely dried up. Neither of us knows what to say next. Originally, I was gonna be binging TADC and Murder Dreams. I'll see you in class tomorrow. Well, I can walk with you to class tomorrow if you like. I nod. That's something at least. Yeah, if you aren't too busy being class rep and resident assistant. She smiles. As class rep, I'm supposed to help new students get acclimated to our academy. So I can definitely make time for you tomorrow. I smile back at her as we exchange goodbyes and I close my door. Hell no, for me it's the goodbye it's the goodbye ceremony where you're like exchanging goodbyes. And it's like this whole ceremony is doing a goodbye. Because it's like this one grand finale goodbye kind of thing. It's like, goodbye, good sir. But yeah. Maybe things will be alright. I lay down on my bed, defeated by the day. It doesn't take long for me to drift to sleep. It doesn't feel like I was sleeping for long when the lights in my room flash on, as if overridden by some remote console. I'm gonna roll to save. Return. It doesn't feel like I was sleeping long when the room to my dorm flies open as confetti sprays from the fire sprinkler. Doesn't that violate some building safety code? Hello, my darling toy box characters. Principal Kane announces from what sounds like the hallway. Well, time to investigate. Kane, what the fuck are you trying to pull this late at night? When Gangle has a body pillow. Gangle has a body pillow. Oh, ha, Zuo. His laugh is fast, forced, and manic, as if he's used to his treatment, but none too pleased by it. I look so bad for my baby. My baby boy. He's my child. No one else can have him. Unless people I choose, I'll put them in the description or comments. It'll be the description. Zubal. You're lucky I even let you get sleep. This he blurts out in a harsh monotone before recovering his cheery demeanor. I'm here because even with the culture for pulling in new viewers, we're still not hitting the numbers that the Academy needs us to. Which is why I've secured us a sponsorship. Air up. He stretches out the last word using some sort of effect to employ an ethereal reverb to his words. A sponsorship. Kind of like that, I don't know. It's Air Up, guys. Air Up, you get to taste very tasty water. Use code TADC for 10% off your first Air Up bottle. Without further ado, I introduce you all to a drum roll plays from somewhere in the background. Ragatha looks a little more awake, but the rest of us are still trying to shake off sleep to understand what exactly Principal Kane is talking about. The Wacky Watch. This scene reminds me, like this thingy, reminds me of this one thing I watched. It was like this Kane and, what was it? Not Tessa. I don't know. But it's like this animation. And, yeah. You see the vendors for Wacky Watch have been having trouble finding a good audience for their project. But now we have the perfect setting. Teen drama. But we're adults. I'm actually... No, Gringo. I know this is a lot to take in. Which is why I've already taken the liberty of affixing a Wacky Watch to each of your wrists. Each of us glanced down to my shock. The watch is already on my wrist. How did it get there? Magic. Ever heard of it? What in the... And don't even try removing them either. They have been fixated to your wrists with a very special adhesive. If you try to remove them, let's just say they'll be taking a little piece of you with them. I hear Dangle beginning to whine as panic sets in. Pomni tugs at her Wacky Watch, but no matter how hard she... Ragatha just looks down with a resigned sigh. Kane, I can't remove the arm with the Wacky Watch. What the fuck? Principal Kane ignores our complaints as he continues with his monologue. You see, my turtle doves, in order to secure the funding we need to make it to day 5 and the culture fair, 5 nights at Freddy's, 5 days at Freddy's, day shift at Freddy's, I need you wear the Wacky Watch at all times. Luckily, I secured a deal where I won't need all you to do ad reads, but it is of paramount importance that none of you insult or try to disable your Wacky Watches. Paramount Plus. Good luck with school life, and can't wait to see what you do for the culture fair. Bye. He stretches out the last syllable as his body folds in on himself an infinite number of times, disappearing from sight. Well, I know it isn't ideal, but at least we can all talk to each other now. Should make communicating about the culture fair easier. Is that female Deku? With the sound of breaking glass, Gangle's comedy mask shatters and falls from her face. Tears well up in her eyes. I don't want a Wacky Watch. Seeing the situation unfolding before her. Well, I think it could be useful. And look, Gangle, there's even a picture chat function where you can send people things you draw. Pommy goes over to Gangle, lifting her wrist and pointing out the picture chat feature. That is kind of nice. That is kind of nice. Gangle sniffles. I don't know what to do. Like, higher sniff. Yeah, that's the right spirit, Pomni. Now let's all get some sleep before we start classes again tomorrow. Everyone door closes. I hear a muffled shout from Jax's door. What the heck? What's that? What stuck to my arm? I decide to hide in my room before Jax looks for someone to take out his frustration on. I flick my door light off as I close my door. I check my wacky watch. I got a text from RAGATHA. Her portrait is outlined in gold to indicate that she's a RA. Hey, that VA guy. I just wanted to check in on you after the whole wacky watch thing. I don't know what I'm saying. Probably like, yeah, it's rough. I get that. Showing up to the school, losing your memories, and now the wacky watch? That's a lot for anyone to take in. Blank. There's a few moments before RAGATHA responds. Well, if you ever need to talk to anyone, I'm here. I'll just be on CapCut putting in text I think would be there. Oh, really? Or just be like putting in stuff I would think would be awesome. Like the Jax is homophobic, my homophobic Jax. That's kind of you to say, that VA guy. Maybe I can make you teach sometime this week between all the cultural fair stuff. Cool. I actually learned the freaking emoji combo from this, and I think it's pretty cool. Did you just send a smiling sunglasses emoji? Well, RAGATHA can be kind of old-fashioned, but it seems like she genuinely wants to help me fit in here. Louie, I don't care. I think it's cool. I'll be sending that evil like emoji, that one I always do. At least I have one friend at the school. Dong, 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 yay! Give Nights a Freeze. I yawn as I awake in my room. The clock on my wacky watch says it's morning, but the only way I can tell is from the silver of the sunlight peeking from under my door. 2, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Great. Maybe this evening. I think there's still some in the student lounge. You know what? I don't care if I went back some. I don't care. Student lounge? Oh, I guess I haven't shown you that yet. It's in the different building. I'll show you tonight. I smile at RAGATHA. She seems really eager to make plans. I remember Kane's note from this morning, mentioning she has a lot of almost friends. I wonder if maybe she's just lonely. Well, let's get going before we end up late to class. She pulls me along, walking at a brusquely pace as we head to the school entrance. So, how do you like the school so far? I shrug. Don't know. Haven't been here long enough to really form my opinion. I'll tell you how my elementary school was like, guys. Kids were dating. And getting married. She nods. Oh, right. Well, I'm sure you'll come to love it here. Yeah, like I loved my elementary school. Kids were dating and getting married, guys. I'm not so sure about that, but I guess it wouldn't really feel like I was talking to Ragatha unless I was also dealing with her relentless optimism. She laughs nervously. Last time I was late, they locked the entrance. I had to wait outside for hours until someone noticed I wasn't in class. Then Jane had to unlock the doors for me. I'm gonna go on my villain arc. I give her a worried look. That's messed up. Nobody even noticed you were gone? Oh, no, wait, I mean, She backpedals, crossing her arms. It was an honest mistake. As we step into the school, she turns to me. Alright, that VA kind. Quiz time. Do you remember where our classroom is? How could I forget? I went there myself yesterday morning, and Ragatha showed me on the frickin' tour. Up the main stairs and to the left, right? That's right, that VA Kai. You're gay. She smiles. Aside from us two, Kinger's the only one in class. Dang. Oh, Ragatha, that VA Kai. Good to see you two are getting along. He glances down at my hand, which Ragatha is holding. You two are gay. She pulls away embarrassed. Just showing them the ropes. The way she pulls back reminds me of how she stepped out of my dorm last night. She's very. I wonder if. No, it's probably nothing. I take my seat next to her, and Ragatha goes back to her cheery self, constantly raising her hand and answering questions as Kinger quizzes the class on his lessons. Well, at least she gets along with the teacher. If I ever fall behind in English, good morning, goose afternoon, goose morning, goose afternoon, goose night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Baby, you were firework. Just got a glimpse of that meme. As the bell to dismiss morning class rings, we get up to leave, but Kinger asks Ragatha to stay back. I wait for her by the door. They only speak for a moment, Ragatha nodding before turning to leave. Kinger told me Kane wants to meet with me to discuss his expectations for the culture festival. Want to come along with me? I nod. I think I'll grab some food first, but I'll meet you there. I grab the lunch of the day from the cafeteria before seeking out Ragatha, finding her outside of Kane's office tapping her foot. Hey, sorry I'm late, Ragatha. She notices me. She looks down at her shaking leg, embarrassed. Oh, no, that VA I wasn't impatient or anything. Ragatha, it's fine. I would be like, God dang it, where's that person? I would be like, I'm just nervous. Kane can be... She pauses to find the polite words for what she wants to say. A bit much. He favors the males. It's almost like he likes them. Like he's gay. Reference to that one thingy I voiced over. There was homophobic Jax. Get your homophobic Jax toy. Have a little homophobic Jax toy. A bit much. So I just try to get our meetings over as quick as possible. She laughs nervously. I nod. a bit much. How? Oh, you know. He asked you to host a game night and you say yes. Then he asks you to get all the latest gaming consoles and every board game in alphabetical order, even the really obscure ones, like D&D. If you try to say no, he just kind of stares at you, and then asks if you got games on your phone. She shivers. That does sound pretty intense. Oh well, I'm here to help you, so how do I help? Just help me keep his expectations in check. She turns to the door, nervous. I really don't want to disappoint him, but I nod again. She definitely comes off as a people pleaser. I think I might. Sometimes. And rarely. Like, really rarely. So I know it sounds weird, but you can totally say no if it makes you uncomfortable. But if you can, just, I don't know, try to talk to Kane if he comes up with any unreasonable expectations. She looks back at me. I nod and she lets out a big huff of nervous energy. The door flies open, narrowly missing both of us. Well, if it isn't RAGATHA and that VA guy again. He smiles down at us, eyes bulging in excitement. Come, we're playing Monopoly again. But last time you guys tried to kill each other. He ushers us into his office. Principal Kane floats. I could save. Floats over to his desk before taking a seat behind it. Call me Charles Dickens because I have great expectations. Go ahead and wow me, you two. He leans back in his chair as we walk in, puffing on a bubble pipe. Again, I'm surprised he's allowed to do that on school grounds, but if he's the principal, then I guess he makes the rules here. You wanted to talk to us about the culture fair, right, Kane? That I did, class representative. He takes the pipe out of his mouth as he leans forward. We need a fire eater, a knife juggler, a cotton candy machine, street vendors for every type of Japanese food. I have a question. Do they actually have like fire eaters or knife jugglers or cotton candy machines for like Japanese culture festivals or whatever? I don't think every type of Japanese food, but like the popular ones. I want a realistic reenactment of story of 47 Rodden, a line of dancing geishas. Young lady, I've heard that the Prime Minister of Japan himself may be in attendance. Kane opened his hands as miniature fireworks go flying about the room. Well, King, Ragtha is struggling. My time to step up. Sounds doable, Kane. Ragtha and I will get started on that. Kane, don't you think that's a bit much to ask? Yeah, don't you think that's a bit much to ask